Hi, my name's Naomi Joy Gallagher. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a Pilates core workout for you. We're going to get right to it. Let's start by laying down on our mat. We've got our heels underneath our knees, palms face up. Take a moment and roll your shoulders back and down and start to feel your lower back connect to the mat. So pulling the belly button in, the pubic bone is lifting towards the chin. Now we're going to start by warming the spine. So with your feet in parallel, push down through your heels, squeeze your belly, and slowly lift your pelvis, low back, middle back, until you're resting on your shoulders. Now your glutes, you want to think about squeezing them as you push down through center heel. And now we're going to roll down the spine. So upper back, middle back, lower back, and we'll release to neutral spine at the bottom. We again flatten the back, push down through the heels, lift the hips up, stretch through the hip flexors, squeeze your booty, and then slowly roll down, sequencing through the spine. Now we're going to imprint the spine to the mat by pulling the lower belly in, and we're going to focus on maintaining that, and we're going to float the legs up to tabletop so your knees are stacked over your hips. We're going to start by dropping one toe down, inhale, and then exhale back up, and we'll switch sides each time. So I want you to think about breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth sharply, like a shh breath. I'm not going to do it with my microphone, but as you breathe out, start to squeeze that belly button in. Now, more challenge, you're going to start to extend your leg out to straight. And I encourage you to put your hand in the small of the lower back and just make sure that you're not arching your back. If you are, keep your knee bent and just your movement will be smaller. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, squeezing the core. Now throughout this workout, you can take breaks at any time. So if you start to feel any strain in your back, try the modification that I offer you, or just take a little break. Let's go for 8 more. We've got 5 more. Last 4. Last 2. And 1. Place your hands to the back of the head, elbows in. We're going to float the shoulders up just enough that we feel the work in the upper core. And we're going to bring one hand to the inner and outer knee, and we have a single leg stretch. So you can modify just like before with your knees bent, or you can start to stretch your leg out. Now shoulders are relaxed, and if you find that your neck is bugging you today, you could do this with your shoulders down. You could also grab some like big pillows and stuff them behind your shoulders for support. A little more challenge, we're going to start to straighten the legs, giving the calf a little pull. Squeeze your belly button in. Nice. All right, so we've got 10. It's actually 20. 9. 8. 7, 6, relax your jaw, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release. Now we're going to flex the foot. We're going to cross right ankle over left. The knees are pointing out. The hips are rotated externally. Arms at side, lower belly is in. We're going to lift the tailbone up and release down, so targeting the lower abs. Press the palms down. Make sure your shoulders are back, chin in. And I want you to think about squeezing the lower abs below the belly button. Flatten the lower back to the floor. And you can press down with the hands, but just make sure that you're not relying on the momentum of that. You want to squeeze the core to lift the hips up. I like to breathe out, squeeze the belly button in to lift. Awesome, so we've got 5 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, now we're gonna hold here, hands behind the head. You're gonna curl your shoulders up, exhale, inhale to lower. Now you have the option of curling the tailbone up with the upper body. We've got 9 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, and you don't have to lift the upper body very high for this to be effective. We don't want to strain the neck. Just lifting up enough that your shoulder blades are up off the ground and you're working your upper core. Let's go 3 more. 2. Good, and now 1. See if you can keep that tailbone up and start to pulse the upper body. Head is heavy in the basket of the hands. Breathe. Let's go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we release. Now let's take the legs straight up. Squeeze the inner thighs, arms at sides. We've got a double leg lower. Your focus is to keep your low back flat, so only go as far as you can maintain that connection. You can modify by bending the knees, just make your movements smaller. And again, place your hands in the small of the lower back and just make sure that you're not arching through the low back. There can be a little bit of space there, but you shouldn't be able to put your whole hand underneath. Beautiful. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge with me, I'm going to reach my arms alongside ears, palms in, and now I lead with arms and I curl the whole body in. So I'm going to go inhale and exhale. Now, if you're practicing the modification with your knees bent, and if that still feels too difficult, you could be modifying with alternating single legs. And then keep doing this video, and eventually you'll get strong enough to be able to do the double leg lower. Good, okay. So we've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, nice, and 1. Fabulous. From here, we're going to go right back into the tailbone lifts. But first, let's just bring the feet down, lift your hips up. So let's open up through the front of the hips into the hip flexors. Squeeze your booty, press your shoulders back, and then let's go down. And now we've got left ankle over right. So arms at sides, lower belly in. We're going to curl and release. Breathe out to lift. So as you lift your hips, just notice naturally what wants to happen is that the shoulders will want to grip into the ears. Think about relaxing them down, opening up through the chest. We've got a subtle chin tuck, but there should be a bit of space under behind your neck. All right, we got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fabulous. Hands behind the head. We curl, maybe lift the tailbone up, and release. We've got 9, 8, 7. So as I lift, I'm looking at my knees. 6, I'm squeezing the belly button in. 5, 4, 3, can you lift that tailbone up? 2, and now 1, we're gonna hold at the top. Curl the tailbone up, see if you can hold it. Pulse the upper body up. 15, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and release. Good work. So now the legs hug in. We've got the hands on either side of the knee. You're going to curl your shoulders up. We're going to reach and circle both arms around. So we go more advanced. We're down here. And you could do this by going down with the upper body and then up, tucking the chin to lift the shoulders. Or you could be staying up the whole time. And again, as I said before, if your neck's bugging you, you could also just release your shoulders onto the ground and focus more on the lower core muscles. Okay, we got 8 more. We circle, gather, and exploring how low you can go without cheating. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One more, and one. Amazing. Release. Arms are gonna go into T, palms face up, legs lift, flex the feet. Now I'm gonna take my legs to the left, but right shoulder presses down. You can modify this by bending the knees. Squeeze your belly button in, open the heart, working through the sides of the waist, the obliques. We go back center, breathe, and then let's go to the other side. So press the opposite shoulder down, and then back on up. Awesome. We go back over to your first side, and breathe your way up. Nice. To the opposite side. And back up. We've got one more round here, first side. So I'm balancing on one hip. And back to center and switch. Good work. Awesome. And then come back to center, bend your knees, point your toes, hands behind your head. We're going to lift up into a twist. So it's opposite shoulder to knee. Pause for a sec, so you don't have to touch your elbow to knee. Chances are if you're doing that, you're straining your neck, but just lift up enough that you're twisting your upper body to the side. Inhale, center, and then let's go to the other side. We'll hold. So there's a little space between the chin and chest. Belly button is in. And let's go a little faster now. So we go exhale and inhale, and exhale and inhale. Now this can be done. You could also modify with a foot flat on the floor like this. If that feels too difficult for you, keep squeezing the belly button in. Now, if you want a little more challenge, you're going to keep your upper body lifted the whole time. Your knee is stacked over your hip in tabletop, and we are working through the obliques. I like to breathe out to twist, squeezing the belly button in. Awesome. Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now go to your first side. Pause. Pulse it for 10, 9. Just small little pulses in the upper body. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch. Breathe. Second side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Inhale, switch, breathe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Switch last time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Amazing. So we're going to finish this little set before we come into some planks. Hands at sides. You're going to go as low as you can for a flutter kick. Now you have the option of lifting your shoulders up with me or just keeping them down. So you're going to take your legs as low as you can, start to find that flutter, squeeze your belly button in. Some of us are going to be here, and if you need to modify, you could have your hands like this at the back of the thigh, and you're squeezing your abs in, pulling into the core. Okay, here we go. So find your flutter, squeeze the belly button in, relax the shoulders, and we've got 30 of these little beats. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Second set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Feet are flat on the floor, legs are wide, windshield wipe side to side. Let go of tension. So as the legs, let's bring them all to the left. Legs are wide. You're going to press the opposite shoulder down. So you're opening up the chest, tuck the tailbone under, and then let's do the other side. So we're going to make our way now into a side plank. All right, here we go. So position yourself to what's one side, whatever side you want to start with. And we're going to stretch ourselves down the length of the mat. So we've got our elbow underneath shoulder. And I suggest even opening the forearm up ever so slightly just to help open up the chest, and it will help you get your shoulder into alignment. So you've got your knees stacked. Option 1, this is the modified version. Your knees are bent at 90 degrees. If you want more challenge, you're going to cross your top leg on top. Now let's think about length. Often I see people that drop their head forward like this, which is hard on the neck. So chin in, ears in line with shoulders, hips up, core is tight, glutes are engaged. So now the hips are going to lower down, keep pressing down through this bottom forearm, squeeze the obliques in the bottom waist. Let's do 10. So we go inhale down. I just actually have to move my elbow a little more forward. Here we go. All right, and 9. Inhale down, exhale up. 8, 7. Make sure that you're not arching your low back. We're neutral spine. Keep your core tight. Tuck the tailbone under a little bit. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding at the top. Now let's reach this arm above the head, slightly in front of the ear. Lift your hips up a little higher. Push the forearm down, breathe. 10, 9, we'll get a little break in a sec. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we lift the arm up. We lower the hips. Stay with me. So the bottom leg is going to go forward, top leg goes back, so you're here like a mermaid. And you're going to lift this arm up. So the arm that was down, and we might be on different sides, but you're going to do palm up, stretch to the side, stretching through the obliques to the side of your waist. Oh, feels good. Great, and then as you come up, let's swing those legs around and let's get set up for side 2. So you've got your elbow under shoulder. We're going to open the forearm up ever so slightly. Option 1, this is a great option with the knees bent, or cross top leg on top. Now roll your shoulders back. Think about ears in line with shoulders. Squeeze belly and glutes and inner thighs. Lower hips, inhale. Push the forearm down. Exhale up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold at the top. Now your top arm is going to reach alongside ear, even in front of the ear. Lift the hips up a little bit more. Breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. We lower the hips, bottom leg forward, top leg back. We're mer people here. And you're going to lift here the bottom arm, palm goes up, and we stretch to the side. Yeah, so think about rooting down that hip, open the chest, breathe. So let's keep going with the obliques. So we're going to come forward into a plank pose on our hands. This can be done on the forearms as well. And I'll just show you where I'm going visually. So I'm pushing the floor away. I'm gripping my fingertips. I'm going to turn my knee out. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to do my best to touch knee to arm. I slide down, I slide up, I step back, and I switch sides. Now this can be done on your knees as well. So we're here for 1 minute. Okay, here we go. So find that high plank. Let me talk you through it. Okay, so find your plank, squeeze your booty, walk your legs together, dome the upper back. So widen the shoulder blades, and here we go. So knee to elbow, we slide down to wrist, back to armpit, step back. Switch sides. So the trick with touching your knee to your arm is to come forward on your tiptoe on that back foot. That's going to help you connect more into the obliques to the side of the waist. Nice, so you have 30 seconds left. Breathe. Eyes are to the top of the mat. "15 seconds. Tuck the tailbone under. You're almost there. and rest, child's pose. Good work. Okay, we're almost done. So now we're in tabletop position. We're going to strengthen your back, lengthen the spine, draw the belly button in. Opposite leg to arm, known as bird dog. We're going to reach, your thumb points up, we lift. Now we hold for a moment. So you've got a little micro bend in your standing elbow, your glute is engaged, your belly button is hugged in, and release. Other side. Lengthen to lift. Squeeze the belly. Relax your shoulder away from your ear and let that go. Okay, one more time on each side. First side, breathe, lengthen, and release. Last time. So hips and chest stay square to the mat. Good, and then release. Fabulous, child's pose. Belly to thighs. And now we slide down onto the belly. So to finish, let's strengthen the back a little bit more. So you want to clear some space around you for this one. You're going to start with the tops of the feet rooting down. Press your pubic bones into the earth, squeeze your glutes, and reach your arms forward. So you've got your thumbs up and your arms wide. So how this is going to go, as we inhale, we're going to lift the chest up, and then we're going to turn the thumbs down and squeeze the back. So sorry, actually it goes thumbs down, chest down, and then we lift up as the thumbs turn down, and we squeeze the shoulder blades together. So it's like a swimming motion. We lower as the arms go forward, and then we squeeze the back and lift the chest. Now, as you're doing this, as you lift the chest up, you can lift one leg up, alternating, pointing the toe. Or if you want more challenge, you could be lifting both legs up together. So we've got about 10 of these flows. And focus more on the length in your body than how high you're lifting. You want to keep your hip bones on the mat, and you want to keep tucking your tailbone under. So squeeze your booty, keep your belly button hugged in. This is our last exercise. I lost count, so let's do here about 4 more. Breathe out to lift. 3, 2, and now on your next one, we hold at the top, 10 counts to finish our workout. Here we go. Roll your shoulders back, thumbs down, squeeze your inner thighs together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Yeah, good work. Hands to side body. We'll take a little cat stretch. So tuck the chin, round the back, push the floor away. And now arch the back, drop the belly. Lift the heart forward, cow pose. Awesome. So we're going to step forward with the right leg. We're going to come into a wide lunge, into a stretch. So step to the outside of the mat and rotate your hip externally open. So you've got your hip, your knee, your toes all pointing out. And now with your hands with your shoulder on the inside of the leg, send your heart forward, squeeze your upper back, and think about actively tucking your tailbone under, pull the belly button in. So we're stretching. You might feel a nice inner thigh stretch here. You can let your knee lean open. And then we're stretching the hip flexor on that back hip. Great, we'll step back, active child's pose. Walk your fingertips forward. And now let's switch sides. So left leg steps front, turn your hip, knees, and toes out. Lift your heart, squeeze your belly button in, and even think about engaging through the back glute. That's going to help you open the front of the right hip. One more breath. Great, and then let's take it back to child's pose to finish. Well done. We'll finish there. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you at your next workout.